Hi, I'm Terry McDonald. I'm an artist here in Anacortes, and I'm going to help you do a great marker drawing today. I like happy art. That's the type of art I do. And I discovered that there is an artist who's known all around the world who started a movement called happy art. His name is Romero Brillo. You might want to look him up on Google or on Pinterest. He does bright, happy paintings with lots of design elements and bold lines. Here's an example of something that Romero Brillo has done. This is a painting he did of a teddy bear, actually two teddy bears, has lots of bright, happy colors and lots of bold lines, some geometric designs, and lots of other little design elements like hearts and flowers and polka dots and stripes. And this is a very happy piece. When you look at it, it just makes you smile. He's also taken things like the word love, and he has divided that up into sections, put lots of designs in it, put lots of designs and fun colors around it, and made a painting just out of the word love. So I thought, we can do that. That will be lots of fun. But then I got to thinking, that looks kind of hard to do. Maybe if we just use bright, happy colors and some dark lines, it would turn out okay. So I did this painting of this elephant, and it was okay. There's lots of bright, happy colors, lots of dark lines and geometric shapes, but it was still kind of boring to me. In fact, it was so boring, I had to add a couple polka dots and stripes. So I thought, no, that's not going to work. So we need to look a little closer at what Romero Brillo does and see if we can't copy what he does. So then I made a painting of a flower in a vase. And I put lots of happy colors, lots of dark lines, lots of geometric shapes, and lots of other design elements like flowers and stripes and spirals and butterflies and polka dots and hearts. And I was much happier with this. This is a much more interesting painting. So that's what we're going to do today. I think we're ready to get started. Okay, before we begin, we've got to get all of our tools ready to go. And our tools today are some paper. This is a small piece that I've cut. It's about 6 by 8, 5 by 8, something like that. And it's a heavier watercolor type of paper. But if you just have copy paper or typing paper, that's just fine. That will work great. You might want to use half a sheet. Then we need some pencils and erasers. I'm going to use this kneaded eraser. This is the type of eraser I like to use. It's kind of squishy and I can make it all pointy. It's kind of fun to use, but just a pink eraser will work just great, as will the eraser that's on the top of your pencil, just a little eraser up there. That will work great too. And we'll need some markers. And you can use the markers that you got in your art kit from the Anacortes Arts Festival. And I'm going to be using lots of colors today, and I expect you to use lots of colors too, but you don't necessarily have to use the same colors that I do. Another little thing that I have is just a piece of scratch paper that I like to keep handy because sometimes the color of the marker does not exactly match the color that's on the lid. So sometimes I like to sort of test it out to see what color the marker really is. So today we're going to do a picture of a dog in the style of Romero Brillo. We're going to do kind of a funny little dog. Dogs make me happy, and so we wanted to do happy art. And so hopefully dogs make you happy, and we're going to do something similar to these little doggies right here. You'll notice I did it 3 different times, and all 3 dogs look different. Each time I put colors in different places and designs in different places. Roughly the same drawing, but even the drawing looks a little different. It's really fun to do the same drawing and do it several times and color it in differently and have a different result each time. Practicing makes it get better every time. Plus, it's just fun to do. So you might want to do that when this video is over. Okay, we are ready to get started. So to get started, we're going to find approximately the middle of our piece of paper. We're going to pick up our pencil and we're going to mark about 2 fingers down from the top. Make a little mark there so you kind of know where you're going to start. And we're going to start by drawing an oval or kind of an egg shape. There we go. That's the basic part of the head of our dog. Next, we're going to do something kind of silly. We're going to do his little snout, or his mouth and his nose. And we're going to do that by drawing a heart, but we're not going to put the ends of the heart together. So we're going to start up here about in the middle and just a little bit over to one side of our oval. And we're going to go down and we're going to start drawing a little heart shape. And then we're going to go back up and we're going to go all the way up, but we're not going to quite come together. We're going to draw 2 parallel lines, or 2 lines that are side by side but not touching. And then we're going to bring them up and around, just make a little curvy line. Wow, we already have a snout on our dog. Then I'm going to take my eraser. I'm going to erase out that part of the oval that we drew that we don't want in our drawing. I find when I'm drawing pictures, it's much easier if I break the picture down into shapes that I know, like ovals and hearts and diamonds and squares, and then link all of those shapes together. And that's what we did right there. Now we're going to add ears on our dog, and we're going to give this dog kind of floppy, funny little ears. So I'm going to start at the line where my snout line and my eye line kind of curved around, and I'm going to start right there, and I'm going to go out and down and around, and boy does he have a big floppy ear. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Another big floppy ear. Now I'm going to look where I might want his eyes, and I'm going to put them about right here. So I'm going to start by drawing a little half circle and then putting a straight line underneath it. And I'll do this over here for the other one, a half circle and a straight line. Those are my dog's eyelids. Now I'm going to continue around. This is more like an oval than a circle, I think. And do that again. And then make another little half ovally circle shape right inside the other one. And then I'm going to put a little circle in the middle of this shape here. So this will be the pupil, or the middle part of his eye. This will be the iris. That's the part that's colored. And then this part will be the whites of his eyes. He's a pretty fun little dog already. But I think his little snout needs a nose. So I'm going to go up here and do the same sort of half circle, but I'm going to turn it upside down. I'm going to start with a straight line and do another little half circle, half oval, and I put the top of the half oval right at the tip of the upside down heart. Then I'm going to put 2 little half circles on each side, and these are the nostrils that he breathes through, and this is his nose. Now, it gets kind of hot in the summer, and dogs need to cool off. And one of the ways they cool off is by panting. They stick their tongue out and they pant. So I'm just going to put another little half oval right here and then a line down the middle, and look at that. My dog is panting. He says, it's summer. I'm hot. I've got to cool off. So let's put a body on our dog. Now we just go right up here to where the snout meets the face, and we start our pencil line, and we just draw kind of a wavy little line over to the side, and we do the same thing over here. And there we go. We've got a body on our dog. Now we know we want to put lots of fun designs in here, so I'm going to divide his body up into some different sections. So I'm going to put kind of a wavy line right here, and I think I will even put a diagonal line right here. So his body is actually divided into 3 different sections. Now, I want to do some fun things with my dog. So, before I do that though, I want to put a little circle around the bottom of his eye. I almost forgot to do that. There we go. That'll make him even more colorful. Now I know we're getting ready to start designs, and I thought, what do dogs like? What could I put in my dog that would be something he would like? And I thought, I don't know about you, but my dog used to like bones. So I'm going to draw a bone. How do you draw a bone, you say? Well, let's think of shapes again. Let's draw another heart, but not finish it off, and do a straight parallel line, 2 straight lines that don't touch, and then another heart shape. There we go. We have a bone. So I'm going to put several bone shapes in his ear. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 bones in there. Sometimes art has rules, and one rule is sometimes things are more pleasant to look at or more interesting to look at. There's an uneven number, and you know what uneven numbers are? Numbers like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, something that doesn't have a buddy. This bone and this bone have a buddy, this bone and this bone have a buddy, but this bone does not. So that's an uneven number. So I put an uneven number of bones in there just so it would be kind of interesting. But sometimes they don't fit. For instance, on this dog, I only used 4. So that was a rule I just disregarded. Now, you can't disregard the rules at school or your mom and dad's rules, but sometimes for art, you can disregard the rules and it still turns out great. For the other ear, I thought, what do dogs like? What else do dogs like? They like bones. Oh, but my dog likes tennis balls. So I'm going to draw some tennis balls in my other ear. There we go. Oh, wait. Those look like polka dots. Those don't look like tennis balls. How can I make them look like a tennis ball? Oh, I know. I'll just add another half circle. It either looks like a tennis ball or a baseball. Either way, my dog likes it. One of the ways I can really make it look like a tennis ball when I start to use my markers is I can color this green because most of my tennis balls are green. There we go. I have my dog all drawn. I have designs in this ear and designs in this ear. Wow, he's really coming along. So now let's see. Let's think about some other designs we can do. I really like the stripes that I put on this dog. So I think I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to put in stripes by simply drawing a lot of diagonal lines. Again, those are lines that go kind of sideways up and down, not straight up and down. Those are vertical lines. Diagonal lines go across. So I'm going to draw a lot of diagonal stripes. And then when I get ready to color these in, I'll color every other space a color. So it might be like this one, it might be purple, orange, purple, orange, purple, orange. I'll alternate the colors. Then over here, what should I do? I think I love my dog. So I'm going to put hearts in here because I also love to draw hearts. Some of these hearts are bigger than the other, and some are teensy-tiny. That's varying the shape. And sometimes paintings or pictures are more interesting when they have a variety of sizes, even though the shapes are the same. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another uneven number. Buddies, 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 nobody. Okay, so what should I put down here? So my thought is I'm going to do some polka dots. Why not polka dots? I haven't done polka dots, so I'm just going to put some big polka dots and some little polka dots. Just lots of polka dots. 1, 2, 3, oops, I didn't count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Another uneven number. So now I'm going to break up this section here. I'm just going to put just a little funny line here and maybe a little funny line way up here. So they're not exactly in the same spot. Then I'm going to add a couple spaces up above. And on this one, I think I'll do just sort of a zigzaggy line. There we go. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more sections to fill. What am I going to put in these sections? Well, you might be able to think of something fun, and if you want to put something different in yours than I put in mine, that's just fine. But I think I'm going to start over here with just some triangle shapes. Remember, a triangle has 3 sides. I'm going to make a big triangle, 2 little ones. I'm going to make this triangle go this direction, and this triangle go this direction, and this triangle go this direction, and this one be kind of big and long and tall, and this one be kind of teeny tiny, because that's all that fits. One great big one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh boy, that's an even number. A buddy, a buddy, a buddy, a buddy, a buddy. I'm going to put one more little one in there. Oh, that looks good. Now, up here I'm going to have some fun because that's sort of in the sky, and we can pretend sometimes it's sunlight and sometimes it's nighttime, and at night there are stars that come out. So I'm going to put some stars in here. I'm going to draw my star like this, but sometimes stars are kind of hard to draw like that. If you have trouble, it's okay to draw them like this. Draw 2 lines that come to a peak and then go up like this and connect all of the lines, and that's just fine to draw your stars like that. I think I'm only going to put 3 stars in this section. So over here, if this is nighttime, what should this be? I think this should be sun. So we're going to have lots of pretty bright suns up here. It's going to be a really sunny day because there's going to be more than one sun. Lots of suns. Now, what should I put in this middle section? I think I'm going to put a fluffy cloud and maybe another fluffy cloud and another fluffy cloud. So we've got night and day and clouds. I think that's pretty cool. We just have one more section to fill, and I like stripes a lot, and these stripes went diagonal. I think maybe I will do some vertical or up and down stripes. So I'm just going to draw lines that go up and down. And there, I have all of my design elements in. I have my dog drawn, and I am ready to start adding the black bold lines. So I'm going to put my pencil down and put it off to the side, and I'm going to find my black marking pen. Now I'm just going to take my black marking pen and I'm going to cover up all of the pencil lines that I drew with black marking pen. So just really quickly and carefully. And if I miss a line, I'll just make it a little bolder. That's okay. Remember, this is your art, so you can do it any way you want. Just following the lines and covering that up. When I miss, I go in and draw this kind of a smaller line, not quite so thick, a thinner line, so my eyes show up better. And I'm going to take my black marker and I'm going to color in the inside of the pupil. So the inside of the pupil, the middle part of the eye, is black. Whoa, look at him. This eye looks a little smaller than this eye. He's kind of a silly dog, isn't he? I'm going to draw this ear. And all of these great tennis balls. It's going to be kind of hard for him to chase these tennis balls since they're in his ear. Oh well. Now let's get that panting tongue. And let's do those bones. Now if I'm going pretty fast, and if you're having trouble keeping up, don't worry. You can just stop the video and pause it and start it again once you catch up. And when we start coloring in with our marker, I'm going to speed it up and go really fast so this video doesn't get too long, so you can stop it at any point that you want. I'm not going to do the inside lines of my stars that I drew. I'm just going to leave those, just so I can just have the outside of my stars show. I'm going to go over my triangles. And you can see you could put any shapes in here. You could put triangles and squares and ovals and circles. Or you could even put letters in there. You could spell your name inside the ear of your dog or one of these design elements. And we're going to have lots of big, bold lines defining all of the different areas of our dog. Now I'm going to do our little polka dots, our little multi-sized polka dots. our vertical, oops, first I got to get the shoulder of the dog in there, and then some of our vertical stripes. And that line isn't real straight, but that's okay. I kind of like it wavy. Now we'll outline our clouds. And do our sun. That sun needs one more little line there, so I'll just add it. Okay, did I miss anything? I don't think so. So I have all of my drawing done, and I have it all outlined in bold black. Oh, I did miss a line. I missed this line right here. So you need to check your drawing really well to be sure you didn't miss a line. Now I'm going to kind of fan it a little bit, so make sure that all of the black marker is dry so it won't smear too badly into my other colors. I have a couple of little lines that are showing here, and I'm just going to go in with my eraser and erase those out. But it's okay if they're there, because pretty much they'll be covered up by your marker. But sometimes I don't like to have those showing through, so I'll just take them out ahead of time. There we go. And now we're ready to color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my markers, and I'm going to color different color in every section. And I'm going to speed up my video so it's really fast, so you can kind of just watch what I do and then stop the video and color along. So I think we're ready. Here we go. There, I think I'm all done. Couple of things you might want to notice is my stars, even though I used yellow, turned kind of green. I don't care. But that happened because sometimes when you mix yellow and black, a silly thing happens and it turns kind of green. But that's okay. And I wanted to leave my dog's snout or nose and forehead white, so I didn't use a marker on that. You may decide that you want to paint yours a different color, and that's perfectly fine. I also left my clouds white and my bones white. So I have this just about done, but I think a couple more things would make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to take my red marking pen, and I'm going to give my dog some freckles. Some dogs have freckles. Freckles are cute. Do you have freckles? I love freckles. There we go. He has some freckles. Then I'm going to take my black marking pen and I'm going to give him some silly little hairs up on his forehead, and my dog is done. Now I went really fast. You can go back and slow the video down a little bit to see, but this is my finished painting, and you will see that even though I've done 4, every single one is different. Every single painting is different. So I hope you will try it many times. You don't have to just do animals, although they're kind of fun to do. You can do it with hearts. You can see the flower that I did before. You can do them small like this, or if you have lots of paper, you can even do it very large. I did a big piece of paper and I used paint on this one. So you have some tempera paints in your kit. You can use that as well and do a different version with paint. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you remember the artist's name. It's Romero Brillo. You can look it up on Google and have fun painting and have a fun summer. Bye-bye for now.